Shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops at a great millstone that rule well, teach well, while learn his truth, 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophets, servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you few sisters out there that are sincere, your children, shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be building off of this video I got here from Dabu 7. And as you can see from the title, it says Civil War, Trump to establish a National Guard response force for mass civil unrest, right, Salakia, by April 2026, you see. So we ultimately going to get straight into the video. We're going to listen to what it is the guy's saying, and we're going to grab a few precepts. And Lord's willing, this video be edifying. But with that being said, fair use. I'm not getting paid for this. This is for educational purposes only.
Hey guys, Dabu 7. We got this memo that's been unearthed showing the Trump administration is preparing to mobilize National Guard troops across the country and they have them ready by April 2026. This is raising a lot of eyebrows. People are saying, what are they expecting?
Right. And we ultimately know what they're expecting. They're expecting, as it just said, you know, mass civil unrest, chaos, and all of these different things coming to pass. Because ultimately, we already see everything that's happening, you know, with the food stamp cut that's going on. You got a lot of these Babylonians saying that by November the 1st, if that they don't receive any of their benefits, that you're going to have a lot of people looting, you know, and stealing and doing a lot of these different things at these stores. And ultimately, it's going to get to that point, man. You see, and these devils know that, because ultimately Ordo Ab Chaos, man, they're ultimately doing the things to create the chaos, ultimately so they can come in with the solution to all of the stuff that's going to be happening, right? Because ultimately these devils are trying to bring forward their new world order. And the only way that they can do these things, they ultimately need chaos to take place so that they can ultimately come in with the solution, right? Which is going to be these devils establishing martial law, right? And everything else that they ultimately have in plan, you see. And these things are going to happen because ultimately it's all going according to prophecy that these things will be done, you see. So I'm actually grab this precept right here through the Spirit. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12, because this is ultimately what we see happening. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is come down unto you having great wrath, meaning extreme anger, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And that's what we see this man doing. That's why he's coming with these draconian measures. That's why they're coming with these unrighteous decrees. That's why they're coming with all of these different types of things that they're doing in these times. They're no longer hiding their horns of what they're ultimately trying to establish, man. Because like I said, these devils know that they have but a short time. So they're about to come full speed with trying to, you know, establish this totalitarian system on earth, right? This new world order, man, right? So I'm gonna get back into the video so we can just continue to keep listening to what it is he's saying, right? But that's ultimately why they're doing these things, right? Because they know that chaos is only, you know, a minute away from taking place in this country, man. Because, I mean, just look at everything in this place. You see, you got people that are frustrated. You got people that are being laid off left to right. People are already not getting paid enough. The price of living in this place is continuously skyrocketing through the roof. The price of food is constantly going up. You see, these tariffs are affecting, you know, a lot of these Babylonians' livelihood. So, I mean, people in this country are just ready to crash out. You see, that's how a lot of these people feel, man. Just go to all of the TikTok apps, you know, and Facebook and Instagram and all of these various different social media platforms where you have American people on there, and you could just see the condition that these people are in, that everybody is in that spirit of ready to lose their minds, man. Right. People are just ready to, you know, bug out. Right. What does it say in Matthew 24:12? And because iniquity shall abound, that the love of many shall wax cold. That word cold in the Greek meaning psychos. And everybody in this country, other than the Lord's hopeful elect, they're in that spirit of ready to bug out at any given moment. And these devils know that. They know that it only is going to take a few more things to happen to really push these people to the limit that they're going to be pushed to the way they react. You know, and like I said, they want to see a reaction out of these people. And really, it's the Lord that's doing all of these things, man, because ultimately everything is going according to prophecy. Right. Because what did Lord Yahweh say in St. Matthew 10 and verse 34? To think not that I am come to send peace on earth, I came not to send peace, but a sword. So the Lord is bringing destruction, chaos, man. And that's what we ultimately about to see happen here in Babylon, the great America, man. Right. And like I said, these devils are preparing for it. You see, they're putting all of the chess pieces in place, man. You see, because they know it's only a matter of time before these people lose it. Right.
This is raising a lot of eyebrows. people are saying, what are they expecting? They say this is to stop potential uprisings like the No Kings protest, which wasn't nothing like BLM, and seemed like most of those people were packed up and out of there by dark. The ICE protest really catching a lot of the action here, and they're focused on that as well. But they won this lawsuit because at first they said that they couldn't send troops up into Portland, but now the Ninth Circuit allowing President Trump to deploy Oregon National Guard troops to Portland, and they said that he lawfully exercised his authority. Now, in a separate case, this is all going down around Chicago, and they're rolling out this plan here to combat all the chaos and the protests, and it seems like they're expecting something massive to happen here. We've got people that are in the military saying that this is not normal. Their exact words are, they've never seen an order like this before, ever.
You see? Because ultimately, yeah, man, things are about to happen, man. Things are about to spiral out of control. This is the time where, you know, all of the things that the men of the Lord, starting off with the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone, that we've ultimately been warning of through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua of what's getting ready to happen, where these things are about to come to light, man. You see, where all of these evils, all of these different things that we've been prophesying of coming to planet Earth, especially to America, where these things are about to unfold, right? This is the time and season that we're in, and that's why we see ultimately these devils putting everything in place and preparing, because they know it's only a matter of time, you see? So I'm going to actually grab this precept right here as well through the spirit. I'm going to go to Second Esdras chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 1, and I'll read on down to verse 5, which is the point. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And how do we measure the time diligently? We ultimately look at the prophecies in the scriptures and align it with what we see happening in the world. So we see that we're in that time where the Lord said, you know, the end would be near, because we see all of the signs happening in the earth, just as the Lord said they would be occurring in, right? We see the wars, the rumors of wars. We see, the kingdom against kingdom, nation rising against nation. You see, we're saying earthquakes in diverse places. All of those things that the Lord left us, the tokens, right? It says, and when thou seest the signs pass, which I have told thee before, right? Verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's the time we in, where Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to visit the world, which means to judge the world which he made, right? That's why all of this stuff is about to happen, man, because we're in the time of judgment, right? So this is verse 3. Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes, right, and uproars of the people in the world, and we see all of these things happening, all of these various different protests occurring in America, especially with all of the uproars of the people occurring around the world, right? You got just complete chaos going on, man, right? It tells you that in the scriptures in the book of St. Luke, chapter 21, I believe verse 25, it says that the people shall be in perplexity. Roughly paraphrasing, you go into that word perplexity, right? And we're going to actually look it up through the spirit, right? Because this is ultimately where we see the people in the state of, man, right? I'm talking about the 2/3 of our people in these heathens. This the state that these people are in the world, man, right? Because ultimately we are in these times, right, where all of this stuff is about to happen, right? All of these evils, all of these different, you know, things that people never thought they would ever experience in their life, or what they never thought would ever take place, is about to happen, man, right? That word perplexity goes into confusion, right? Bewilderment, incomprehension, right? Puzzlement, right? And that's what everybody is in a spirit of worldwide, man. But especially here in America, these people are confused. They have no idea why all of these things that they see happening is occurring. They don't know why these things are happening, because ultimately these people don't know that we're at the end. That's why it tells us in the scriptures. Let me grab that. Lord Yahushua said that when he was talking to these wicked scribes and Pharisees, but this scripture also applies today, right? This is St. Matthew chapter 16, and I'll start at verse 1. And it says, the Pharisees also with the Salakia. It says, the Pharisees also with the Sadducees came and tempting desired him that he would show them a sign from heaven. Verse 2, he answered and said unto them, when it is evening, ye say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. Verse 3, and in the morning it will be foul weather today, for the sky is red and lowering. O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky, but can ye not discern the signs of the times? Right. And that's the good majority of our people, man. Right. These people are confused. They have no idea what's ultimately taking place in the earth, man. You see, they see that everything bad is happening, that things are getting worse in this place, America, in the world, but they still can't pinpoint why these things are taking place. But us hopeful, like brothers and sisters, we ultimately understand why these things are happening. Because like I said, we're at the end. Right. But this is back at 2nd Esdras chapter 9. And I'm going to start at verse 4. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. You see? So like I said, that's why all of these things that are about to happen, we're about to see them start taking place, man. Because guess what? The end is making itself manifest, man. Right? This man Esau, Edom, his world, right? This world as these people know it, right? It's done. It's over. It's coming to its end. This place has ran its course. Right. And it's ultimately about to be destroyed. Right. So that's why all of this stuff is going on, man. Right. So I'm going to get back into the video so we can just continue listening to what it is the guy is saying. Right. But this is what all of the signs are pointing to, what's to come. Right.
Seen an order like this before, ever. And that they hope it's just be used as a precautionary measure, but not really actually rolled out in a real scenario. Well, I'm here to tell you, they're going to use this in a real scenario. What they're saying here is that these units of up to 500 troops per little unit will be trained to fully deploy within 24 hours in case some kind of a riot or something breaks loose. They say,
right, and that's what's coming, right? And that's when you're going to have 2nd Esdras chapter 15, right? And I'm actually grab that, you see, and I bring this chapter out a lot, man, because ultimately this is the time and season that we're in, man. These are the things that are about to unfold here very soon in America, right? 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, right? Destruction, because that's what is coming, man, down the pipeline upon this place, you know. Verse 15, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. When something is nigh, that means that it's close. It's coming quickly, you know. And we can see, right, measuring the time diligently, that guess what? These things are about to take place real soon, right? In this place, America. It says, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. Those modern day swords being the guns. And like I said, that's why you got Nero Trump, right? The devil himself. That's why you got this man ultimately talking about deploying and coming together with these National Guard security forces, man, and deploying them through various different cities throughout America by April 2026, because he knows that, complete chaos and anarchy is about to, take place here in the streets of America, man. Right. These devils know that. Right. Especially once this dollar crashes, man, because we know that's coming as well. Right. The American dollar is crashing. You see, it's only a matter of time before the economy collapses. And they know that these people are going to act buck wild when it happens, man. I mean, you already see how these people behaving now, just with them talking about taking away food stamps. So how much more with everything else that's about to happen? You see? Oh, yeah, it's about to get crazy out here, man. But, hey, that's wonderful, man. You see, because these things must take place, man. For the Lord's kingdom to be established on earth, man, this place has to go down. So everything that we're ultimately about to see happen is wonderful, man. The water to get how about Shimi Awashah, right? But this is verse 16. It says, for there should be sedition among men, right? That's going into people fighting against the government, because eventually, once all hell begins to break loose in this place, America, these people are going to blame the government for the reason of everything being in the shape that is in. You see, for the economy collapsing, for the dollar, declining and being of no value. You see, the food shortages that are going to happen, everything that's going to take place, man. They're going to blame the government for it, the people, right? So that's why you're going to have people uproaring and fighting against the government, blaming them as the problem on why this country is in the state that is in. Little do they know that it's the Lord that's bringing these things, man, even though he does control Esau, Edom on the left hand, and does a lot of these things through Esau. It's still Yahweh Shem Yahushua is allowing these things to manifest. Right. That's Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall it be evil in the city? And the Lord has not done it. So everything that's about to happen is all going according to the will of the Lord. He's the one that's bringing it. right? But I'm going to finish reading. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power, right? Verse 17, a man shall desire to go to the city and shall not be able. Why is that? Because you're going to have martial law going on, right? And we see the prelude to martial law going on now in America. You see, that's why you got National Guard in various different cities like Washington, D.C., Portland, Chicago, and other different places, man, soon to be all over America in every state, right? Because these devils, right, trying to establish their new world order, they're about to lock this place down. And ultimately, it all goes back to the MOTB microchip, because in the midst of all of this chaos that's about to be happening, they're going to crash this system and they're going to bring in this chip. That's why you ultimately see everything going digital as well, right along with all of these things that are going on now. You see, so that's why you ultimately got to be in the spirit and knowing what time we're in, because, hey, all of this stuff is about to happen, right? And like I said, 2/3 Jake have no idea what's about to come upon them, right? As well as these heathens. These people have no idea what's coming to this country or for the world. These people think everything is just normal, man. You see, these people are simple, man, through, right? But as it tells you in Proverbs 22:3, that a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And that's what's about to happen to a lot of these people in Babylon. You see, these simple Americans, these people are about to be punished and destroyed in these times, man. Right? Because ultimately the Lord is only going to care for his elect in these evil times that are about to manifest upon this country, right? And the world, but chiefly this place, right? Because this place is about to get it the worst, you know. But I'm going to read it again, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, you ain't going to be able to move around freely. They're going to have military checkpoints, National Guard, United Nations soldiers. You see these militias that these devils have that they fund, ICE, all of this different stuff. They're going to have military checkpoints set up, man. This place, America, is going to be boarded up real soon, man. That's what they're going to do in the midst of all of this chaos that's going to be happening. Like I said, ordo ab chaos, because they need all of the chaos to happen so they can be justified bringing in the order. So, you know, this is what we see everything ultimately going in the direction of, right? Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid, right? What does it say in 2nd Esdras 8:50? For many great miseries shall be done unto them that in the latter time should dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's what we ultimately about to see happen, right? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is about to bring a lot of miseries upon you proud American people, man, because these people in this country are full of pride, man. The men, the women, I mean, everybody in this country other than the Lord's hopeful elect men and women, man, these people are just full of themselves, man. You can't tell these people anything. They can't be corrected. Everybody is high-minded. But, hey, that's why the Lord is about to bring these plagues and these bad times upon you people, man. You see, due to your pride. And hey, we don't care about you people, man. So be it. You know, you people deserve everything that the Lord is about to bring upon you. And Abaratazah, we just pray we're the Lord's remnant, the elect, that we ultimately can escape these things because we know it's coming, right? It's only a matter of time. And like I said, this is what we see the stage being set for, chaos. All right. So I'm going to get back into the video and we're just going to finish watching the rest, right? But these are the things that are getting ready to happen, you know? This is what we ultimately see. You see everything in the world, or everything I should say in this place, America, being set for chaos, man, right? The writing is on the wall of what's to come, right? It's clear as day, you know.
Brace loose. They say that the states will have to train and equip these groups and have them ready to go by April 2026, and that they're required in all 53 states and territories. So,
right, you heard what he said. All 53 states throughout America. So guess what? That's martial law, right? And Nero, you see Donald Trump, he's going to bring all of these things in because as it tells you in Isaiah 19:4, I got to grab that. It says, and the Egyptians, which are talking about you Babylonians, the people here in America, right? Because this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. That's Donald J. Trump. Look at everything that this man has been doing since he's been in the so-called White House. He hasn't even been in office a full year, and look at everything he's done, you know. So this man is definitely the cruel Lord that the scriptures talk about, which is wonderful, man. You see, he's doing the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushua on the left hand, right? The Lord is using this devil, right? Ultimately, you know, to judge you wicked ass people. Right. That's what's about to happen. The Lord is about to use his sword, which is Esau on the left hand, to judge you 2/3 and you other heathens. You see, and good riddance. You people deserve it, man. Like I said earlier, you know. But I'm going to finish reading. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts, right? And like I said, Trump is that cruel Lord, right? He's doing everything that the elites, right? Which that's all he's taking orders from, the elites, the banker families, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Vanderbilts, he's taking marching orders from them. This devil is not doing these things according to his own will. He's ultimately, going according to the will of the Lord on the left hand. But, hey, he's taking, what's the word I should say? He's taking information, or he's being given the things that he should do by the elites, right? The banker families, those that ultimately want to establish this new world order, right? They're the ones that's giving out the orders, right, on the left-hand side, and they're giving it to their puppets, the people that they have as the face that are doing the bidding of them, right? Which that's all Trump is. He's just a puppet for the elites, But
territories. So these groups are going to train for civil disturbances, and they're going to deploy approximately 25% of their force within 8 hours, 50% of the force within 12 hours, and a full response within 24 hours. So these units are going to be spread across the country. They're going to be called upon whenever he so chooses to send wherever he wants. Again, the National Guard troops can be used by Trump in this manner, but if a state uses the troops first, up to this point, they had the call. But now with this whole new memo being pushed out here with this National Guard response force, things are shifting. This is a slippery slope. Join me for the live stream. Going live Monday, Wednesday.
All right, and we heard what it is he just basically said. So, yeah, like I said, we see what everything in this country is being set up for, man, right? And the stage is being set for chaos, because that's ultimately what's about to take place here in this country, America, right? These devils coming in with great wrath, knowing that they have but a short time, right? But with that being said, Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying, to you brothers and you few sisters that may come across it. With that being said, I'm going to end the lesson giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well, teach well, while learn the truth 100% according to the Bible. To the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.